The word Manumuskin is of Native American origin. It is both the name of the small tribe of Lenape Indians who lived along the banks of the river, as well as the place name European settlers gave to the waterway. The remains of Indian use of the Manumuskin River can be found in numerous places along the waterway even today. By the late 1600s, most of the Indian population was decimated by European diseases such as smallpox and influenza. The first European settlers of the area were from Sweden and the Netherlands. They found a pristine river bounded by extensive forest comprised of Atlantic white cedar and swamps of gigantic black gum and red maple trees. By 1676, English settlers began to populate Cumberland County and the area around the Manumuskin River. Much of this activity was in the form of scattered settlements associated with small sawmills and lumbering operations in the cedar swamps. One such village was established at Fry's Sawmill above the head of the tide on the Manumuskin in about 1770. A tavern and a small hamlet of workers' houses were built prior to 1802 at the western end of the mill dam and were located on what is now the Nature Conservancy's Manumuskin River Preserve. The demand for lumber greatly increased after the Revolutionary War, particularly in rapidly growing Philadelphia, which was then the largest city in the fledgling United States. Cutting and hauling timber to wharves located along navigable streams became the leading business in the region. Upland oaks were valued for use in shipbuilding, and cedar trees were shaped into shingles and siding for use in building construction. A series of roads were developed throughout the Manumuskin forest, and by 1779, nearly the entire basin was accessible by sand roads, which can still be seen today. The Manumuskin River Basin became the site of one of Cumberland County's earliest industrial facilities in approximately 1785. The Cumberland Iron Furnace was erected along the Manumuskin River to produce things such as iron stove parts. Using bog ore, the furnace was fueled by locally produced charcoal. Trees in the area were piled in mounds of approximately 30 feet in diameter and covered with clumps of turf and slowly burned over a 2-week period. This practice placed great stress on the Manumuskin's forests. The Manumuskin River itself was dammed to create Cumberland Pond in order to provide water power for the furnace. The furnace ceased operation in 1840 when the supply of charcoal from the forest was completely consumed. After the Civil War, the Manumuskin River again became very sparsely populated as the earlier industrial uses in the basin disappeared.